Hey, how y'all doing today? I guess you got Queen Dana coming in today to talk about the election and things that women need to be prepared for. Um, let's see. Let me get her on. Yeah. I'm introducing you now. Oh shoot. Yeah, she said she'd be on in 10 minutes. But I just wanted to talk about her yeah, I think she's from Jersey, and she wants to break down some things for women, and also the election. And she says that black people know nothing. They got too many slaves and bedwenches. But I just wanted to read some notes, and I was reading today that they're saying that Joe Biden is the projected winner. Now, anybody that knows what projected means that you're not the winner. That's based on data and analysis, but the media cannot declare a president. The president has to be signed off by the Secretary of State. So I just wanted to touch base with her to break this thing down because it seems like a lot of people have no conscience of law and they do not know anything. Um, Unfortunately, you do have what is it, 85%, a 10%, and a 5%. Most of the people are deaf, dumb, and blind. 10%. And I guess you got the 5% that's trying to awaken 85. Unfortunately, 85 always fight with the 5% that to undermine or destroy. I mean, we got like I said, if I see somebody on a news program, I mean, I take them as a face, especially the blacks, take them at face value because I know that they part of Operation Mockingbird or the CIA intelligence program, or you can use Operation Paperclip, Nazi scientists brought to America. So when you look at Operation Mockingbird, if you look at it correctly, you'll see that the CIA assets are um, TV journalists. There is no journalism. I mean, you got independent media and independent researchers. Anything that's by corporate news media, they're not gonna let the facts out. Anything that's got commercials, they're not gonna talk too much. That goes for CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, ABC, Huffington Post, The Root, Black Enterprise, BET. Doesn't matter. I mean, Viacom, all these companies are controlled by one umbrella organization. So I just want people to. I know that a lot of some of my followers know that, but we have a lot of sheeple out here. And if you're crazy enough to believe that Joe Biden is the president, then I'm sure that you'll line up to take the vaccine too. I just wanted to touch base on that while we waited on Dana. But let's talk about some things that in the election that people don't know. So a lot of people say they don't believe in that dead people can vote, but I think they need to go back and look at 1864 with Lincoln and the mail-in ballots that were um, used to try to win that election. And when they didn't get results, they did. The people who tried to do it were hanged, and then they assassinated Lincoln. Um, 1864. 1960, Kennedy um, won the election over Nixon, but in reality, Nixon um, won, but they had 100,000 votes or more in Chicago that changed the election to Kennedy. So this is the same thing in Michigan, and I'm looking at my notes right here. You in Detroit, matter of fact, you had 4,788 duplicate registrations, 32,519 more registered voters than eligible voters. 2,503 dead people registered, and one voter was born in 1823. Um, Also, if everybody would Google Act 77, the Pennsylvania law, you are not allowed to count votes after election day. So after 8 p.m. on election day. So the justice, the Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito said that all votes after 8 p.m. must be segregated out. Um, Hello, J. Harris, how you doing today, brother? Um, all votes must be segregated out, and um, I think they're gonna do a recount. But I mean, anybody that really watched it and you paid attention, you had 700,000 votes lead Trump at 64% of the vote. There's no way you get all the votes. That's why they stopped the count. Yes, a lot of people saying Trump should concede, but no, he actually was the winner at 1 o'clock that morning. It's just that they tried to stop the count. But you had a lot of people coming forward as far as even postal workers whistleblowing. You got poll workers whistleblowing. Um, um, and you got a lot of people that's going to get down for this. It's also weird, this ballots for watermark, but we got to look at this company called Dominion Voting Systems. They actually, I'm not gonna say they stole the election for for Obama, but they actually did make it so Romney couldn't get anything in Philadelphia. And matter of fact, if you look at these Democratic cities, I mean, anybody always knows the Democrats always try to steal elections. They did it with Bernie Sanders twice, and they done it. They tried to do it with Trump, but unfortunately, Trump is not the same. He's not weak like them, so he'll stand up and fight. I mean, even Nixon, he stepped down, but Nixon actually didn't win the election in 1968. According to Dick Gregory, and he got a newspaper. He showed it in a newspaper in one of his videos, and everybody want to go watch Dick Gregory's video. He actually won an election in 1968, and they threw the votes out. So, um, unfortunately, a lot of people don't go read and research, and that's why a lot of black people in the state we in because we don't read and research and we don't look up anything unless the news media says it. And like I said, that's the corporate fake news media. Um, the same people that told you 911 was real, but they won't tell you they already had bombs in the building. The same people who told you that Iraq had weapons of mass destruction, and the same people who told you that Obama killed Bin Laden. They got Bin Laden killed in a raid in 2010 or whenever year it was, and contrary to popular belief, from what I've read, they didn't even kill Bin Laden. As a matter of fact, you had a whistleblower come out earlier this year, and even say that they didn't kill Bin Laden. That was a lie right there. So but I mean everything will play itself out. You got to understand we're dealing with Democratic Party and what you call practicing Satanists. Also you got some practicing Satanists in the Republican Party, but the practicing Satanists, like I would say like the Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, Nancy Pelosi, and all those sodomite freaks who support homosexuality and transgenderism. As a matter of fact, they support Black Lives Matter, which is a transgender front group. As a matter of fact, when I was out the other day, I was talking to a guy, and he actually mentioned how that Black Lives Matter really should be kind of on the KKK and put in the terrorist organization. I said I don't know, but they are a Marxist organization now. Antifa really should be considered a terrorist organization. So, if you see an Antifa member, I mean, even me personally, I just look at it like, okay, you see one, he's white, knock him upside the head, knock him across the school, try to kill him if you can. That'd be a good antidote for those sorry bastards. But it is what it is. I mean, I know the small hats watching me, and I'll say, like I always say, fuck Bill Gates, Zuckerberg, and Glenn Dorsey, all these guys that got me in Facebook jail because they don't know all you do is when you mess with me, you make me stronger. Um, Who else deserves a little approval? I mean, I'm not worried about them because they don't be like the fact checkers. Like they fact check you on Facebook. Anybody knows about the fact checkers. The fact checkers that can't even engage in truth because they're not independent fact checkers. Um, they're actually who are these guys? They're actually controlled by the Gates and everybody like that. So let me bring in Queen Dana. Hey, how you doing today?
Good. Honey, I
Oh,
am tired today.
oh
I'm
yeah, yeah. I see you. I see you combing your hair.
well, I went to the gym too today, so that's why I have like this shirt on and stuff in my hair.
Well, I'm glad you're going to the gym because hey, look, you need to go to the gym. You need to go to the range and stuff. Things about to get a little bit more uptight these days.
Why you say that?
Hmm. I'm just looking at the way I don't know. Like I looked at what you said the other day. Black folks know nothing. Too many slaves and bedwenches.
Yeah.
Now I was opening up, but I wanted to say that a lot of people are sitting there. Don't I guess we don't even have first grade education no more to know what projection mean. I was like, wow. I said, if you believe that Joe Biden is president, then you take your dumb ass and take the damn vaccine first, fool.
Well, they're believing what the media is saying, and the media they don't call elections.
That's right.
So, but if the media said it, people believe it. If the news said it, they believe it.
That's right. Well, unfortunately, we got a bunch of people that's very ignorant. Unfortunately, like I always say, this the deaf, dumb, and the blind. I mean, the sheeple. And look, I try my best to stay away from the sheeple. They're very dangerous.
I
Um,
think I can't stay on very long today. You shouldn't have did a show today.
oh,
You know why? You know why? Because and this is why I didn't do any shows since like last week Thursday because everybody is talking about the same thing. It stuff needs to die down. You know what I'm saying? Because people are still on edge. I had arguments with my father. I hung up on my father Friday. I told my aunt today she's in her 80s. I said I'm not talking about politics. And and I was going back and forth a little bit with my friend. So it was just like, and I don't want to do that.
you're good.
Um,
You're good.
and it's like it's not worth it.
Well, I just wanted to, I mean, yeah, I know you can't stay on long. I wasn't expecting you to. I didn't know you was at
I
the
think
gym.
I'm not mentally. I'm not mentally in that zone right now. I am. I do want to do a show this week with the judge, and then I'm doing my part two to Black immigrants on Friday. But and I wanted to do. I want to do two pre-recorded shows, like no more than 5 minutes or 10 minutes, and upload it on my channel. But as far as like really discussing, I don't want to discuss what happened on an election night because it was fraudulent. It's just that Biden supporters they don't care, right? So it is what it is. We always have fraudulent elections here, but um.
Well, I got a little bit more to talk about than
Oh,
just some.
did you watch Tariq Nasheed show last night?
No, I'm gonna have to go back and look at it.
Please do. He said it all. So it's like I don't he said it all. If anything, I took notes so I could like do my little quick little videos and stuff. But he titled it The Finesse of the Century, and he's not lying.
Yeah.
It's the finesse of the century. And just to see how, what do you call it, hypnotized black people are. They're never going to change. I said to a
Well,
friend of mine, I'm not scared. I wasn't scared of Trump. If anything, I was, I didn't have a problem with him being president. I'm scared of the Biden administration, and most importantly, I'm scared of black people.
Well, like you just said, I mean, they niggas and bedwenches. I mean,
I mean, not even the ones that are not bed wenches, even the ones that are not the boule coons. I'm scared of these slaves, the ones that is rejoicing because they have a new white master, but they like this one better. So they get extra money for picking the cotton, they'll get their holidays off, they're getting welfare. And the India Times and all the news outlets in India, they wrote an article on how the Biden-Harris administration plans on issuing or allowing 500,000 H-1B visas from India to come over here. So that means 500,000 jobs are not going to Americans.
That's right.
They're going to Indians. So you're going to have layoffs.
I mean, well, let me say something. I was walking the other day, and I was just out there, and guy stopped us. They stopped me and my nephew or whatever, and he asked him, "Why do you have a Black Lives Matter shirt on?" And I said, "Yeah, I don't know." I said, that's the shirt he has on, but the guy did. He told him about he said that the election is fraudulent, and it's going to be in the Supreme Court. As a matter of fact, when this happened, they already had Samuel Alito had already told him them ballots you have to segregate out. Now today, Georgia's got to do a recount. Trump has already tweeted out that they're gonna, overturn that in Georgia and anything. But I mean, like I said, I'm gonna just keep it brief on this one. So the guy said, "Why you have a Black Lives Matter shirt on here?" I told you, you really shouldn't be wearing that shirt because Black Lives Matter is gonna make you a mock man because that's a white sodomite group. They really have nothing to do with us. They just use us as cannon fodder because we believe all of a sudden, oh my God, white people feel sorry about killing me. Oh my God. And the same white people in the I guess black lesbian Marxists, they peripherate, but then when the same black lesbian Marxists will get online and say, "This is why I can't stand black men," and all this stuff. So there ain't nothing but a daggone
Yeah,
but
well, I mean, I look at it. If you voted for Biden, that's fine. If you voted for Trump, that's fine because who you vote for is your own personal
that's right.
vote, and you have every right to vote for who you want to vote for.
That's
But
right.
you don't have a right to be upset at somebody else because they didn't vote for your same candidate.
That's right.
You don't have a right to tell me I'm wrong, this, that. No, but the only thing I ask for people, particularly black people, is understand what public policies will benefit you under whoever is in office locally, statewide, or federal. What public policies are they going to implement to help you in your community? The problem is black people can't name you none.
That's right.
So why are we? I'm not going to have any more debates or conversations with anybody about politics if you cannot name me a public policy that Joe Biden ever in his whole politician career has passed in Congress, has passed as VP that specifically benefited black people.
Well, guess what? For that case, you can say the same thing about Barack Obama.
Exactly. So,
Actually,
now
matter of
have
fact,
you have they passed things that benefit Americans? Yeah, because that is your job. You're supposed to pass policies that benefit all of America. And then you also supposed to pass policies for each individual group. The problem is one, LGBTQ or whether there's Jewish organizations or even illegal immigrants and immigrants, they all present agendas and they don't ask, they demand, and they get it. We don't do that. So we don't have specific policies like the Asians and the LGBTQ, because they never passed one for us and we never demanded one. So again, policies that they pass are for all Americans, and that's fine. That's great. That's what you're supposed to do. But what about the policies that you pass specifically for other groups and left us out? So if you, as Black people, cannot ask that question, to themselves, okay, what policies did he do? Has he ever passed or um, said yes on? What's on his agenda for us or whatever. So you have to look at somebody's track record. And to
Well,
whereas the last 4 years, ask that same question about Trump. What has he done for Black people? What public policies? The main one was the First Step Act. And then he was going to do the second step, he was going to do other acts. And he also did the HBCU money and stuff like that. So, and then he also had the platinum plan he came up with or whatever, which did need a lot of work. But what I'm saying is when he was in office, we didn't demand that First Step Act. He just did it. And that was, I guess, some of the people who was in his ear, even though a lot of those Black people weren't really for like Black people, but he just did that, right? Well, Kim Kardashian pushed him to do
no,
it.
no, she ain't.
But
Look, I give Ann King more credit than Kim Kardashian name.
mhm, mhm. But you could go to a specific policy, right, that benefited Black people. You can't say that about Biden.
Well, let me say something to you. I was gonna bring this to you, but I would say that you probably couldn't figure out anybody that passed public policy because, like you said, we don't demand, right? But then you have the coons like, let's get it. I mean, call coon. I'm gonna call the coon the dude. I'm gonna call the bedwench Maxine Waters, Sheila Jackson Lee, um, Michelle Obama, a bedwench, and so forth and so on. I mean, yeah, the guy said coon, Van Jones crying. So yeah, that was embarrassing. I mean, yeah, but thanks, man, for reminding me of Van Jones. And as a matter of fact, I think Van Jones married to a white woman too. So yeah, you're right, brother. He's definitely on my short list. He's like a Byron Allen type of
I
dude.
mean, I don't, yeah, I mean, I don't, honestly, I don't go that deep to if you married a white person or whatever. I look at you as an individual. Like, okay, yeah, it's good to have representation that looks like you, but if you look like me and you're not representing me on any type of level, you know what I'm saying? Or if you are against me and you look like me, you could be married to a Black person and still be against me. So you could be married to a white person and be for me. You know what I'm saying? So,
I'm talking about more so in the entertainment in the like I told the guy, if you on that TV and you talking that stuff that Van Jones talking about crying, I say, you look, man, I ain't a weak Black man. I had a dad gonna come and punch you through
well,
the damn.
why is Van Jones 4 years ago, talking about voting fraudulent? He said he did a in-depth interview. Well, he was talking on CNN 4 years ago when Trump won. He said that was fraudulent. So why is it that you think that this election 2020, you're not complaining about the fraudulent acts that the Democratic Party did? So it's very biased. It's a popularity election. Like people vote who they like. It's very subjective.
Well. Let me say something about that though. In all honesty though, I mean, let's see. Biden got 71% of the Black vote, which is way down. That's actually terrible.
Because Obama got 90%. But how did you get more votes than Obama? Because those white Republicans did not vote for you.
Yeah, well, actually, white women voted for Trump at 55%. Latinos up 55. Even the Black vote
Wait,
doubled.
but they voted, those same white women voted for Hillary too. They were
That's,
Democrats.
yeah.
So that number stayed the same. So again, what group of people for him to get the votes he got? Show me the percentage. It had to be a group, whether it was white men or white women, blacks or whatever. It had to be a group of people that surpassed 2016. Like there were, Trump got 20.
28% of Hispanic women.
28. He got 28% of the Black vote, 18% men and 8% Black women. That's phenomenal because it was only projected 15 or 20. He got 28 because it said if he gets at least 15 or 20% of Black vote, he wins the election. Because it was in 2016 only 10% Black men and women total voted for Trump. So it doubled or tripled. So what group came out in large numbers for Biden as opposed to 2016 for Hillary? Because you got more votes than Hillary and you got more votes than Obama. But Obama got 90% of Black people in 2008. Hillary had just about 100% of black women, because I voted for Hillary too. And she, some white women, some white men or whatever, but the Hispanics this 2020 voted for Trump at 38%. So the Hispanics didn't vote for Biden. So you can't count on him because AOC tweeted, oh, we have a problem. If 38% voted for Trump, we have a problem in our party because we are not capturing the Hispanic vote. So what group came out in droves, voted for Biden to surpass Obama and Hillary Clinton numbers?
Dead people. Now, like dead people voting. Now, I will say this.
Right.
Dead people voting, but I will say this. I do believe Trump got 71 million. I believe that, and probably more than that, because
he got that because of the black vote. So this is what I'm saying. So when you say, so just looking at percentage alone, it's fraudulent, because in order for him to have those high numbers, it has to be a certain group that voted higher than before.
That's right.
White people did not vote Democrat who were Republican. He will probably have to have 30% of Republicans voting for Biden to get those numbers. And that did not happen.
Well, I mean, but it's common sense and common math. I mean, you ain't even got to be a rocket scientist to figure it out. But what I'm saying, like, when I look at, you got an old video, you probably can go look it up. Dick Gregory even talked about that they threw 9 million votes out for him. But I just wanted to let people know that when this thing is all said and done, and they go to the Supreme Court and they throw this thing out, you might have a low-class civil war, because people are going to be like, oh, they stole the election.
Obama, Biden's party, Biden supporters are going to be the ones rioting, because they were saying Trump lost. Where's the riotings? Where's the white people coming out with their guns? They're nowhere. They're not. They're doing a Make America Great Again million march or something.
Yeah.
This Saturday. And and I remember in 2000 with Gore and Bush, the media said Gore is the elected president. They didn't change that until December.
That's right.
And Bush became president.
That's right. But I mean, common sense though. If you win Florida, Ohio, you win the presidency.
And somebody posted the map, and if you look at the map, it looks the exact same like it does now. And it was only in 2000, it was just Florida was a determining factor. And this is another thing, to where the finesse, right, of the century is, in 2000 it was one state, Florida. It's 6 fucking states. Like, it's like, fuck one state or 2 states. We're gonna cheat in 6 to 5 states.
I mean, but what I'm saying, I mean, you got the magic glasses on, you can see that. But unfortunately, a lot of people don't have the magic. That's why I said I must be blessed by God or something to know that, because I'm like, you can't. I mean, you ain't even got rocket science figured out. And as a matter of fact, I don't think he got 28% of black vote. I just think that I think that you had people splitting, going third party too. You even got a brother. I know a lot of guys vote third party, but I just know that this woman Pam Keefe in Florida, she was like blame the black men, but she not trying to. She don't say nothing about some of the black women that voted for Trump too, because it was a large number. So
it was her. It was Janae Monáe. It was Maxine Waters. They were putting hate messages out against black men who voted for Trump. And I'm sorry, that means Maxine Waters, should not be in Congress, because you are supposed to be for all Americans, right? Not just for the Biden supporters. So I look at that and I'm like, you are the problem. You are part of the divide. You are the racist. You are the bigot. You're doing a disservice to this country, and you're putting a target on black men's back, because under Obama, you had Trayvon Martin, Michael Brown, the other guy in California, and then it's so funny how
Oscar Grant, is that his name?
Yeah, was that under Obama? Or was that before him? But I think probably was under Obama. But then this year, on election year, you had the Arbery, and you had George Floyd. on election year. And that could have been orchestrated by the Democrats. My point is this is the fact that, it is a game, it is a finesse game, and they succeeded like crazy with the finesse game, the Democrats. It is what it is, politics is dirty. They're all liars,
Yeah, that's right.
But I don't like the we don't live in a republic. We live in a dictatorship. They want it to be socialism, communism, but more so it is a dictatorship here in America, and that's scary. That is sad.
Well, look at but like you just said about the vaccine, right? Amanda seals all of them. Like I mean, look, unfortunately, this is the problem with the civil rights boule coons. Like I said, I don't deal with them civil rights coons because I just like, my brother said these were manufactured issues. You know what? He's right about manufactured issues because all that George Floyd stuff and all that, like I said, it's got some reality to it, but the agenda, they show it for the agenda because, I mean, a lot of people say Trayvon Martin and all that. Trayvon Martin was just a pawn in the game that launched Black Lives Matter. And they because they had Occupy Wall Street before that didn't really kick off. And as a matter of fact, Obama was the one who gave Black Lives Matter money to do what they was to have protests and stuff. But he called the real guys out there protesting thugs like Darren Seals and them, but the ones that were his hired henchmen that was paid
Right.
for by George Soros. Those are the ones he invited to the White House, and that's when I started to get suspicious of Black Lives Matter. I say, hold on, if you are
Obama says manufactured issues. Exactly.
that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, manufactured issues. But if I know that if you got to the White House and you meeting with the president, I know, hold on, you ain't what it is because he wouldn't be sitting up there bringing them the real people like the Darren Seals and them. The Darren Seals find out these other guys are getting money and getting paid.
Right.
Now you got Gaza. What's the other woman name?
Lisa Gaza, the three women that created Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, the three the transgender loving queens or whatever, because she got a
and that's fine,
yeah.
I have a problem with that. The problem I have is you created an organization off the dead bodies of black men, and then you wipe them out of your agenda. You use them to get money, to get the power, to get the public policies in favor for LGBT, more so transgender.
That's
instead
right.
of just having it for everybody black, no matter what your sexual orientation or what gender you choose. So that's why I don't respect them. I don't sit up here and kick somebody in or talk shit about someone because they married out their race or because they're gay or because they're transgender. You have every right to be who you want to be and love who you want to love. The problem is when you use my son because he's black or me because I'm black to advance your ambition.
That's right. That's the biggest problem I got with them. But the worst part is though, is that this year was the worst year because last time, they was kind of like getting kicked off, but this year they kept on saying people started donating money and people saying, "Oh, the black communities, we're gonna donate all this money," and then you look at it, it's where the money went to. This thing went to white. It went to corporate.
Black Lives Matter?
Yeah.
Yeah, because when it was in Ferguson and when those people were marching and protesting and rioting and they got arrested, it was Black Lives Matter supposed to come, and even other black organizations were supposed to bail them out. And it was Darren Seals that said none of them got bailed out by Black Lives Matter, and they had millions of dollars. Like they left them in jail. They didn't bail those people out. And I was going to say something else. To that
it was DeAndre Joshua. It was like 5 or 6 of them. As a matter of fact, you had a girl named
that was locked up. Oh, you mean the activist, the guy?
It's 5 or 6 of them that got knocked off.
Right. No, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, they got knocked off.
Was Darren the first one or the last one to get to be murdered?
I didn't really remember the direct order, but I'll show you the if you can see it on my tablet. I hope you can. I'll show you the girl because she was actually tweeting out, and she actually had put out a tweet and actually said that Darren Seals is the epitome of black men. I mean, he's trash, and we need to drag him through the streets. Her name is Brittany Farrell, I believe. She's married to a woman named Alexis Templeton, I think. As a matter of fact, I know because I remember seeing her on Twitter. But let me see, can I pull her up on my tablet right quick? Brittany Farrell, here she is. Let's see. And she's all right. And it actually says she co-founded Millennial Activists United. So let me see. Can you see her?
Yes. Okay, I see her. What did she do?
Well, she founded. Oh, here she is. Here's a better picture. That's her and D. Ray McKesson.
Oh, yeah. That's what I was going to say. They ran him up out of there.
Yeah, that's him. And he wrote about his life as a gay man and all that. So, and Darren Seals got pissed off because he said these guys are fraudulent. They were bringing, and D. Ray McKesson is actually interesting because he was working for a company called Teach for America. That's the Teach for America. He was actually a teacher, and they busted D. Ray McKesson.
Okay.
And they busted him into Ferguson. They found out. I think he was down there in Baltimore for 8th grade too, but a lot of people started realizing, like, hold on, what's the game?
Yeah.
And they figured it out. Because you realize you don't really hear from D.
Yeah, I don't really see him too much now.
I think he knew the guy from Twitter, but D. Ray McKesson had got somebody pulled his card, you know.
And Candace Owens is suing Facebook and fact checkers, and rightfully so. She claims she raising money for the lawyers because she's like, I don't have that kind of money, girl. Bye. You do, but you're being very modest, which is good. But raise that money so you could save your coins. But your husband is wealthy.
Okay, and this was the girl that was with her when she got married.
I can't see. Like, you gotta angle it different.
I don't know. It might be too. Maybe I have to take some light off.
No, just angle it downward or something because it's too bright.
All right, hold on. Let me pull this thing over. Dang,
it's all white now. I don't see anything. It's just all white.
Yeah, I have to. It's all right. But yeah, she's the girl she got married to. Her name was Alexis Templeton, but they shut down. They had a highway protest in Ferguson. But yeah, that's the one. That was one that said they need to drag Darren Seals through the streets. He's she the reason she hate black men, but she was out there marching. Huh?
She said that.
She said on Twitter. Yeah, she said it on Twitter, but she's Millennial Activist Unit. Then you had the other group called the Daughters of Asada, and you had Black Youth 100.
What did they do? What did they do?
They just the same thing. They had all these youth groups and they raised them the same way. They were like a sister company of Black Lives Matter.
Okay.
And you had what's interesting back then is Antifa was not with them, but now Antifa kind of joined in. So it's kind of like you get them to do the protest. Then so that's the way they got them now. So they got them kind of like almost a joint thing. Black Lives Matter come in and do the protest, and Antifa come in and do everything else. But I think the women, I don't know, I think some of them know what they're doing, but I think some of them just looking at the job because we had a homeless guy down here that actually said that, hey, look, I don't even know what I'm marching for. Somebody just told me to march and we pay you some money.
Right.
They have an idea of trying to get their numbers up. So that's why I tell black folks, don't go out there with them. Don't go out there with those fools.
But they're still going to do it. They were out there twerking for Biden, all in the streets. Like, definitely go tonight. Go and watch Tariq Nasheed show he did last night. Oh my God.
Yeah,
he covered everything to to a T. So,
Well, you know something. Let me say something, because I gotta give you some credit too. Actually, to tell you the truth, I actually love watching your show too. Well, listen, Lynn, go on Lynn sometime. You bring a lot of perspective.
oh, thanks.
Oh, wait a minute. Well, these guys, yeah, they say all of what BJ said came under Obama or faggot, as some say, who told you he support, who told you he supporting it. None of it had anything to do with black folks. As a matter of fact, let me mention this brother right here. Right here, he's good guy. He was talking about, he has a problem talking to family members about stuff, and but as a matter of fact, he was saying that in 2008, when Obama came into prominence, I think 2007, he said black people talking about, oh, this is a guy named Obama. He said if the media is pushing him, he like, I don't trust him. I said a lot of people didn't get the message, but I tell you what, I said by 2012, I learned that game. I said, no, if the media pushing you, I better go check you. I better go run and find out everything you're doing, because they keep on tricking. Obama was very, very tricky. Like, he was, well, his family CIA anyway, so that's the first part. So he ain't nothing but a daggone camp. He can run COINTELIGENCE. Matter of fact, Black Lives Matter is actually like a COINTELIGENCE operation, because
I believe it.
The fake activists can get you caught out there, but then they don't bail you out.
Right. Exactly.
That's how Darren Seals and them found out. I think that also happened here.
You notice where these incidents take place, where the black men are getting shot and killed, there are Democratic cities in Democratic county. Some are Democratic states. It's Democrat ran. So
yeah, but here go the thing. But you always realize they know how to be there. They happen, and they're always there. So the question you ask sometimes, is it an acting job they pulling off, or do they just?
I heard that there are crisis actors.
Yeah,
that's real.
Yeah,
if you say that, like we're on YouTube, me saying that and you agreeing to that, we sound like conspiracy theorists.
I don't believe in no conspiracy theory, because daggone something is based on fact. People might not like QAnon. My brother said research is free. If you don't have internet, go to the library. It's free research. He's right. but this guy, he talked to me, and he was just telling me about, sometimes he feel alienated and stuff like that, because it's so hard to get to the brains of people and stuff. But I told him, you always got a home talking to me. You can call me all the time. I don't care. As a matter of fact, he responds back. I probably could tell you one thing about him if he want me to tell him, but I'll just do it with his permission. But yeah, but that's what I'm saying. These like he was saying about Obama, he said you got to realize how tricky it was. A lot of things he said he was gonna do, he did his opposite. He told you, I'm gonna prosecute the bankers. He didn't prosecute no goddamn body. Actually, he let the bankers get a damn free ride down the street.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was financing. How you can prosecute the same people that finance you? You're not gonna do that. Matter of fact, Kamala Harris couldn't even do it. You're not gonna prosecute George Soros for ripping off people. You're gonna let George Soros get a free ride. That's what you did.
And now that we may be under Kamala Harris tutelage right now, for these Black parents, make sure your kids go to school. For she mandate for you to be locked up if they miss a certain amount of time. I mean, they should be going to school anyway, but your circumstance may be more difficult. But don't send your kids out the district, because she's gonna lock you up.
Well, I do know one thing, that she is a well, let me say something about her. I did realize the other day when she was talking, she said, I'm a Black woman. I said, oh, you're a Black woman now? Oh man,
she tweeted a tweet today specifically thanking Black women for making this happen. And just right there is a divide, because Black women voting percentage did not make that happen. Certain groups of Black women in certain positions of some type of power forced Biden hand and said, listen, if you don't do this, no, we're not going to support you, meaning that they would have dragged his ass through social media. Like the media is the most powerful tool now. It's most powerful. So do we have the voting numbers to decide the president? No.
That's right.
But we can influence it. Like you, if people look at numbers differently. The Democrats need us for them to win in certain elections, black people. But the Republicans don't need black people because majority 70% of white people here in America. So, you know what I'm saying? So you talk about the values of Republicans, you know, religion, conservative or whatever. They don't need a whole percentage of black people. Now they do, because you have illegal immigrants, you have other immigrants, you know, that come over here and are citizens, and the new immigrants that are come over here and they're eligible to vote, they're going to vote Democrat. And then now they want to make illegal immigrant citizens easily. They're going to vote Democrat. So who are you going to? You need more numbers because the Democrats are adding more numbers. So we were the deciding factor to the point if black people majority voted Republicans the way we do Democrats, then the Republicans will overwhelmingly win a lot of elections. So we don't. It's funny. What I'm trying to say is, the more you increase your numbers of support, that means you have more votes coming in, so you're more likely to win. And then America is 70% white. We only make up 13-14%. So in certain states, it's we influence, but we're not black. So then you abstract black women out of that 13%. How the hell are we deciding Joe Biden to be president when we're probably out of that 13%? We're probably like what 7% out of that 13 because there's more women than men. How is 7% deciding for Joe Biden to be president?
Oh, let me say something. This guy talking about 11 million, the 11 million immigrant thing. As a matter of fact, come and think about it now, you know, with all those mail-in ballots, you had a whole lot of illegal.
There's more immigrants voting Democrat than there are black women.
That's right.
There's more white people voting Democrat than there are black women.
That's right.
So we influence elections. We don't determine the election. Primaries are different. The primaries, like take for instance South Carolina, Biden needed the black vote to make it through the primary because you got all the Democrats. So this is how they trick people, because I took social statistics in college. That's what social statistics teach you, how to actually look at the number of percentages. And when you're reading these percentages, it teaches you how to dissect the code, to, you know, because it's all in code or whatever. So when it's the primaries, and this was a Democratic primaries because Trump was already the president and he was running again, during the primary elections, particularly in South Carolina, where black people are heavily populated, any state where black people are heavily populated, yes, we are the determining factor. But that's for the Democratic primaries. But now when you're on the center stage, national for the presidency, and it's between Republican and the Democrats, we are not the deciding factor. But they're taking, because we are the deciding factor in the primaries, thinking that we are in national election, and we're not. But the media is portraying it that way because the media is very powerful. And it's boring. It's boring to have that comment. That's not an interesting topic, right? To talk about percentages and numbers. So people don't, and people, you know, you could lose people with that. And I get it. So when you're debating someone saying that no, we're not the determining factor, and then somebody else get attitude, yes, we are. It was black women that got her up in there. But when you break down the fucking numbers, no, you dumbass, it doesn't add up. It you know, 1 + 1 is fucking 2.
Well, I'm gonna say something now. Like I just said, see, a lot of people think it's over. It's not over, and a lot of people got to be ready because if, like I said, if and when they overturn,
Oh, he's live under We All Be, probably.
okay. Oh, okay, you talking about? Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Yeah. But we had to watch that. Um. Oh, my brother said you are not debating. You're teaching, sweetheart.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So yeah. You know what? She is a fabulous
Wait,
teacher.
where is Dr. Short live at right now on YouTube? He said he live. He not on We All Be. But
Might
yeah,
be.
but it's like it is, but it is it's to but see when I first took social statistics, I was like, oh my God. And I thought statistics was hard, and it's not. It's really the easiest type of math you could take. And it's so fascinating because you have a good professor, and they tell you when you read about politics, when you read about percentages and numbers, you will understand what the fuck you're reading and what people are saying on TV, and you could actually point out when someone is lying or blowing smoke up your ass. So but I mean, I would love to do a show on social statistics and to try to make it interesting because it's very important. That's part of understanding the political process. Like, but I like that kind of stuff. A majority of people do not, and that's fine. But majority of Black people do not. And if you don't understand that, then you're gonna be twerking in the fucking streets for a white man that don't give a shit about you and not asking for nothing.
Well, unfortunately, that is the mind of a slave, and unfortunately, we've been thinking like slaves too long. When you become a free man, I guess the slaves want to bring you back in the crabs and barrel with them. Unfortunately, a lot of people, the biggest slaves are probably, unfortunately, they don't know it, but the elder people, they don't really know. They think like slaves, and then you have your growing youth population that's just so screwed up. I mean, they don't know, they don't even know they're slave because you know it is what it is, but that's the way
Right.
it is. But like I
Ron
said,
Brown says a debate comes when a person can produce support for their statements, not their feelings. And I'm pretty sure that's who you're dealing with. Yeah, that's why Sean Brown, like I said earlier in the beginning, I hung up on my father on Friday. Like he was yelling, I'm yelling. I stopped talking. It's like I tell people I don't want to talk about politics because I will have no more friends and I'll be fine with that because you'll be petty enough to not want to be my friend. When people want to say all this positive stuff about Biden and when I criticize them, oh, you're a Trump supporter. Even if I am, so what? But that's not no. That's an old talking point. That's an ignorant talking point. I stopped because I would drive myself crazy and stress myself out for what? Because of your ignorance, because you vote over emotions and likability. So yeah, like me and you just talking tonight. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I probably got like 5 more minutes, but
yeah. Well,
I think let me tell you the name of why the judge didn't pick up. He hasn't been picking up his phone all weekend. Like what have you spoken to him lately?
for the judge,
Yeah.
I think I talked to him the other day.
Maybe he like when it's the weekend he just tunes everybody out, but the show I want to do with him, I have a name for it.
What's the name you got?
The day of the Geechee is gone. You know where that line is from, right?
No, I can't remember what his or tell me.
You never saw the movie A Soldier Story?
I think I did see it a long while back, right?
A Soldier Story with Howard something, the actor, and that short light skinned guy who played
Terrence Howard, right?
Color Purple, Danny Glover father in The Color Purple. I forgot his name. He's a
Terrence
dude.
Howard, right? It's Terrence
Huh?
Howard, right? Terrence Howard.
Not Terrence Howard. No, he wasn't in there. He probably wasn't even born then. Okay, but A Soldier Story. It's from the '80s. You have to watch it, and it's the famous line that the sergeant says to his lower rank soldier the day of the Geechee. No, he said it to the guy who he couldn't stand. He said, "The day of the Geechee is gone, boy, and you going with it." Sergeant Waters, yes. So I'm naming the show "The Day of the Geechee is Gone" because that alone says a lot, and a lot of people are not going to get it, and that's why I want the judge to break it down because the judge is going to know what that is about. Yeah, Howard Rollins and Adolph Caesar. Yes. Oh, we are bees in here. Yes.
That's his brother,
Don't
right? You're wrong.
nobody my
I had
show
a,
title.
we gotta get him on. That panel we had was phenomenal. So shout out to Real BTV. Um, let me. As a matter of fact, me and him did have a conversation earlier, and we just said that unfortunately, it's a lot of people that's gonna have to, I ain't gonna say pick up by the bootstrap, but I'm gonna just have to say sink or swim, because at the end of the day, we can't try to save everybody. We gotta save 20% that we can, and the rest of them may have to die. So,
Exactly.
but yeah,
Hold
but I
on.
think
Dr. Short is on YouTube right now. Like, where's he at on YouTube live? We all be.
it's on Darren Muhammad's show.
Who? Who is that?
Um, uh,
Derek?
Darren Muhammad, yeah. State of the City. State of the City, yes.
Wait, what's the name of the YouTube channel?
Is should be State of the City. Type in SOC and you can look at it over there.
State
You
of the
also
City.
yeah, but might type in SOC. It might come up. It might not be even live yet.
Was
I
it
mean,
SOC?
yeah, I'm trying. I'm gonna send it to you. I'm waiting. If he goes, he might.
Oh, Darren. Oh, Facebook.
Yeah.
I might say YouTube. No, it's Randy Short channel. Dr. Randy Short on YouTube?
Yeah, he on there. Let me find him.
What's his YouTube channel? I'm surprised he's on YouTube. Look up Dr. Randy Short channel. Yeah, nothing comes up but the judges and some other people. I don't see his channel. Dr. Randy
Okay.
Short channel. Well, Randy Short. Okay, I put Doctor. Let's see, Randy Short.
I'm listening to you right
Yeah,
now.
I see him. He's live. Monday, yeah, Monday special edition State of the City 2020 election wrap. Okay.
Okay. Well, look, like I said, I know you got 5 minutes. I know that we talk longer, but I do thank you for coming. Oh, Darren, well, now Darren Muhammad.
I think like let's revisit this next Monday if the judge isn't coming on. If the judge is going to be on your show, then whenever. But if you're not going to have him on, because you usually have him on Mondays, right? It's like every other Monday.
No, I'm trying to have him on the first Monday of the month. Man up Monday.
The first Monday of the month. Okay, I be pulling him. I be trying to pull him every week.
Okay. He's a busy man. He's a busy man, and you're a busy woman. But do me a favor, shout out your contact information. People need to hear you. You got a lot of.
So go to the Real Dana on YouTube. I also have a Facebook group called the Real Dana on Facebook.
And the 10K project.
The 10K project is not my project, but go to the 10K project on YouTube and the website, the 10kproject.com. And sign up, because I signed up as a member. I got to they're doing a Black Family Wealth Challenge, but I'm supposed to be doing a promo for that. But go subscribe to my channel, The Real Dana, and you'll see the 10K Project interview I did, and their information is in the description box. And I always put their videos up in my community. So just go to the Real Dana on YouTube. And I'm The Real Dana #7 on Twitter and Instagram. And then my Facebook group is The Real Dana. So yeah, so just, huh? Oh, $ Dana with the data. Dana with the data, $. $Dana with the data.
Well, listen. I'm just gonna put it this way. Black men, we love our queens when they're on the side of righteousness, and we just gotta, I guess, with the rest of the bedwenches.
Yeah, because you know what, you know what the conversation I want to have, getting away from Biden and Trump. I want to have the conversation, the state of Black men, and then the state of Black people, but with the focus on Black men, because if y'all don't have your shit together, then we're going to fail as a race.
That's right, because that's what I always say.
And that's with anybody, and that's with any group of people. So that's the direction where I'm going focusing
Well,
on black men and black people, but particularly black men.
I said take my. Well, I said I don't know. I hope the women take my lead. But if not, hey, look, you can be a feminist if you want, but following the white woman's feminist agenda does not benefit you.
But
So
yeah,
hey,
because I always say this to my son, like, because men, y'all don't have to chase women. Like, if when you start making money, women are gonna want to, women will find you. So when they start seeing black men building coalitions and organizing and coming and putting back, working in the community, the women will follow. But as the men, is you have to do it. If to save the black race is going, it relies on the black man, not the black woman.
well, thank you for.
And I'm an independent thinker, but I'm smart enough to know that. That doesn't mean that I'm beneath you, no, but
but
that's just
a lot of people think that that's what that means. But I ain't never tell you you're beneath me. I just tell you, let me follow the lead, and then you just come on and walk through
right.
the door. We
But
got to
you
walk
need
through the door.
men that know how to lead, and yeah, and men versus males. We need to turn these males into men. So our survival as a race depend on the black
Well,
men.
well, let me say one more thing. I got some guys I always will say, man, um, man, daggone, I used to work with these guys, and they used to talk about, man, my woman is, I can't, like, if I don't do this, she'll put me out. I tell them, well, you ain't no man then, cuz. I tell them straight up, you ain't nothing, man. I said, you can't even hang with me. They said, look, they can run me around the town. No, I ain't trying to run around the town either, but no, bro, you can't do that because you sound weak, man. I said, women do like men to be dominant. You do know that, right? They don't like little punks, because they say she can leave you and get with another guy the next day. So I mean, I said, man, you gotta know
I
your.
think they don't understand. They think of the word punk in different scenarios. It's like, no, not a, a man, not being a punk, meaning like he could take care of himself, he take care of his home, he could take care of his family, he take care of responsibilities, and he's going to stand up for himself, and he's an independent thinker, you know.
Well, I tell you one thing, I am glad that you are an independent thinker, and we love to hear the information for you. I suggest you get on Brother Ron's show because you got a lot of jewels you drop off from the women's side of you, and I do appreciate it. So I thank you for coming on
Yeah,
tonight.
you can love this channel. Thank you for having me. I always like conversating with you. It's just that we're kind of like mentally burnt out for dealing with people and my family.
Well, I call out. I call you. I'll probably call in Wednesday or something if I get an opportunity. To see what
Thursday,
happens.
I want to Thursday. I'm gonna do that because I get my hair done Thursday. So Thursday, I'm gonna do the show.
Well, keep on working out and stay blessed and do whatever you got to do in Jersey and make the people proud in Jersey or around the world.
Same to you.
You too.
All right. Have a good night.
Yeah, you too.